The date was February 23rd, 2019, and Tyler and Brittany Davis were running late. They had to make the hour-long drive to Columbus from their home in Wilmington, Ohio, in time for lunch with Tyler's parents. Brittany was turning 23 years old, and the couple were planning to celebrate that night with a friend out at Easton while Tyler's parents watched their young 2-year-old son. The couple checked in at the Easton Hilton, where they watched TV and lounged, waiting for their friend, who lives nearby, to join them. Sometime between 8:30 and 9 p.m., the trio left for the hotel and walked through the shopping center, stopping for drinks at a couple of bars along the way. Later in the evening, the three hailed an Uber for the short ride to a North Side strip club, where they continued the party until 3 a.m. On the ride back to the hotel, Tyler fell asleep in the car. When they tried to wake him up after arriving at the hotel, Tyler seemed very confused and agitated. He didn't think that they had made it to the hotel, and he was confused about where they were. Tyler exited the car and took off walking. The friend followed him and promised to keep an eye on him. Brittany went up to the room to plug her phone in to charge it, and then she returned to the front of the hotel expecting to see her husband and friend. She wasn't able to locate either of them. She started to call her husband's cell phone and got no answer. Then at 3:37 in the morning, he finally returned her call. He apologized for his departure and told her he was just taking a walk around the block and would return soon. Then the friend returned to the hotel. She told Brittany there was no cause for alarm, that Tyler was just blowing off steam. Around 4 a.m., Tyler called Brittany again. He told her he was walking through the woods and that he could see the hotel and he would be there in 5 minutes. As soon as the two hung up, Brittany said Tyler called right back, but this time the line remained open but silent for 4 seconds before the call ended. When Brittany attempted to return the call, Tyler's phone went straight to voicemail. It was the last time anyone had heard from Tyler. It has been over 4 years since Tyler's disappearance, and since then he has legally been declared dead. There are many conspiracy theories online who believe that the friend and or the wife had something to do with Tyler's disappearance. And there are many other theories as well. Tyler was 29 years old when he went missing. He has a large birthmark that extends from his neck down his arm. If you know anything about the disappearance of Tyler Davis, please call authorities. Now, let's talk about this. So what do we think actually happened to Tyler? Do we believe there's foul play here? Some people online seem to think so. I have a different theory. This was, after all, February in Ohio, where it is very cold. I believe Tyler was heavily intoxicated. He should have never been walking on his own. I believe he did end up in the woods and called his wife and thought that he saw the hotel. I don't believe he saw any hotel. I believe he was just very confused. And I would say he couldn't find his way out of the woods. There was no one nearby to help him. I think he was still tired. Probably sat under a tree, fell asleep, got hypothermic, and passed away. That's what I believe happened. And if that's the case, then his remains should be found. Now, if there was foul play, then you probably wouldn't find the remains. And I don't know how extensive of a search they did for him in that area. I really don't know. But just based on what's most likely to happen, that to me is what is most likely to happen. That he was confused and just didn't make it out of those woods. Now, I really love to know what you think. What happened to this guy? And do you think there's a reasonable explanation for what happened? If you've been following the story, then you probably know more about it than I do. So please feel free to leave a comment. And as always, like, share, subscribe to be notified of future content. And if you didn't check out yesterday's video, I highly encourage you to do so. It is a personal video to me because it has me and my son in it talking about our experience with having Tourette's syndrome. So definitely give that a view and let me know what you think.